Hey, let's talk about the Bucks and Celtics. I think this is the NBA Finals, the final before the final. You know why? Because, like I said, Giannis is the best player currently in the playoffs right now. With the likes of KD and LeBron being out, I think he's a better player than LeBron as we speak. But KD is still reigning best player in the league, and Giannis is behind him. But anyway. I think
KD hasn't reigned in years. What you talking about, Willis?
KD is the best player in the NBA. A healthy Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA. Okay,
that dude needs to hit the weight room like Giannis. Luka is one of the best players of all time already. Top 75. Kick AD out and put Luka on.
Luka just won his first series, Mike. Okay, so let's pump the brakes
Who you
a
drafting?
little bit. Who am I drafting? AD or Luka? I mean,
all right. We're live on the Raw Sports Debate. Michael Steven, along with my esteemed co-host Leslie, rocking the Philadelphia 76ers jersey. Today, we got a lot to discuss. April 28th. Both our teams are advancing, but we're going to talk about everybody. So get it rolling, Leslie. What we got today?
speaking of everybody, we're gonna, talk about the Suns and Mavs, since they're gonna kick it off in the West. I think this is gonna be a great matchup for both teams. Well, how's your thoughts? I know you're a Suns fan right now as we speak, so I'll let you go on with this one. I'll come after you.
I mean, did Chris Paul just go 14 out of 14 in a closeout game? 14 out of 14. The ball is popping around. This is like voodoo, man. He had 41 last year against the Clippers, 37 at the Nuggets, and now 33 against the Pelicans. So two of those three are his old stomping grounds. Close out God, bro. All right, now.
Clutch for sure.
Yeah, I don't know where this was in game 4, but he's allowed one bad game a series. He's always done that. So Luka, honestly, I'll be honest with you. Luka is my second favorite player in the league. I love Luka. Luka is fantastic. He has, that's why he was winning MVPs, overseas as a teenager. So I just love his passing. I love his clutch shot making, his size, his demeanor, how he takes care of every possession. But Jalen Brunson's coming into his own.
Absolutely.
Jason Kidd, he's had his fault as a coach, but man, he's really. I gotta be honest, man. Like, I think they might win 2 games next series, but Suns are taking it in 6.
Suns in 6.
Suns in 6. And Booker's gonna have a big part of closing out the game 6 because Booker has his moments too. So that's my early opinion on that.
Okay. Suns in 6 is not a bad take, personally, because I think, the Suns match up very, very well against Mavericks, having guys like Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. They're long, and these guys can, stay in front of Luka. That's going to be a problem. You put those 2 guys, one on Luka, one on Brunson. I think they'll, have a easy game on the defensive side. But let's not say easy because, Luka's not going to make it easy for nobody. I think Luka still averages 30 throughout that series. I could see this one going to 7. I could see this one going to 7.
Me too, man. And I'd be a little nervous, but I wouldn't mind it because Luka and Chris Paul, my 2 favorite players, selfishly speaking, that would be amazing. Now, a few other things I want to mention. I think Luka got to 500 points in 16 playoff games. I believe that's the second quickest besides the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
33, 9 and 9 is what he averages in his playoff career. And he's just getting started.
Yeah.
And by the way, Jay Crowder, I love Jay Crowder. He's a great defender. He usually hits shots in big games, but right now he cannot hit an ocean from the boat. So he's bound to start making some shots. And I just want to give a shout out to Deandre Ayton, man. Deandre Ayton is an excellent shooter. Not pretty good, not good, dude, he is excellent.
Like around the rim, he has the softest touch.
Dude, it's like not even around the rim, like from like 10 to 16 feet, bro. He just like today it was, I don't know, 8 out of 9 or something, like from that range. Like it rimmed out and he was like stunned. He's like, what happened? Like shades of early Hakeem. Like he's really impressive.
Dominating inside the paint. And I love how, he tries to, stay down the paint, get the ball and just turn around. Quick decisions, I wish Embiid would do that. But, Embiid has a lot in the bag, His bag is so deep, he got to reach all the way down for the fries, So, sometimes you got to come outside, do his move here and there. But I think this is going to be a great series, Suns, their second unit is even going to give them, problems as well. I don't think Dallas has the strongest second unit, so that's going to be something that's going to bother Jason Kidd. And I think he should start thinking about doing something about it. I know you need this win for the Suns because you want Chris Paul to beat Jason Kidd low key. I know that.
I didn't even think about that.
Now you are.
Yeah, listen, he wiped the floor with him in 2008, for those of you that don't know, okay?
Let me tell you this, Mike.
Wiped the floor. Dirk Nowitzki won the MVP the year prior. They won a ring 3 years later. Chris Paul wiped the floor with him. Jason Kidd couldn't guard him. Chris Paul was like younger than you. So
I'll tell you this, Mike. I think you didn't think of it because of that hair. I don't think I've seen you with hair this long. You look like
Listen,
a high school kid.
Hair gets like this after certain activities. You got to handle business now and then.
I understand.
Yeah. But listen, you raised up a good point. I'm excited to see Luka and Paul go at it. The referees are not going to have a good time in that series. Let me tell you, it's dealing with those two clowns. And they are
number
hustlers.
number one, your boy,
They are hustlers.
Alvarado was giving him a taste of his own medicine today. I'm not going to lie. That guy is a pest.
And and Paul ended up still only having 8 turnovers the whole series.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Because that kid is like everywhere on the ball. You got to give him props, undrafted. Shout out.
You see, when you wind to the, it's funny. I talked about with Luka. Luka likes to he cares about every possession, just like Chris Paul does. And that's why he's always gaming the refs. That's why he's always talking to them. I watch
and that's
Kobe
why some people find him annoying. Yeah. I get it.
No, but here's the thing. I watched Kobe do it in person. One year I saw Kobe, LeBron, Paul, and Wade. They all did the same thing to the refs, but they had different kind of demeanor. Luka is young and he has that whiny face. Like he has that face. And Paul did it for a while too. He's getting better.
I don't mean to cut you off, but Kobe doesn't complain in all refs. He,
Oh no. He did it in a very gangster fashion. He did it though. He didn't have that look on his face like Luka does. He had that look like, yo, me and you are gonna take us outside if I don't get that call next time. That was the look that Kobe had, all right? That's all I'm saying.
He gave a look, not wine. All right. So no hoodoo, put in these certain. All right.
I'm
make
just saying
mistakes. All right.
That's fine. You can cut me off. Hey, listen. Luka needs to work on that face. Work on the whining.
For sure.
Face.
I do agree. He does get to the line a lot, so he should just cut it. You get the call quad, just go to the line. He get free throws, turn around.
Luka is one of the best players of all time already. Top 75. Kick AD out and put Luka on.
Luka just won his first series, Mike. Okay, so let's pump the brakes.
Who you drafting?
Little bit. Who am I drafting? AD or Luka? I mean, Luka has shown that he's reliable in the sense that he's there, but he's only been in the league for 3 years. AD's been injury prone, and it's a tough situation. Luka's only been in the league 3, but his 3 is solid. I will run with it.
I'm forecasting.
I'm taking Luka. Give me one more center, we straight. Pick and roll is gonna be nasty. I'll take Luka. But anyway, we're moving to 76ers in Miami. You know, everybody was thinking the Sixers was gonna, get dogged out of, Toronto and, possibly losing in game 7. But, Doc and them boys had a different agenda going into Raptors, taking care of business. Now, they're ready. They're ready for Miami. I think hopefully, Embiid's thumb is in great shape. I think that series is going to be a dogfight, The East is looking very, very good right now. I personally, like I said, I think the winner of the, NBA Finals this year is going to come from the East personally because, what Miami's defense brings to the table, what the Celtics defense bring to the table, Philadelphia offense, if Embiid and Harden, if Harden want to help out, they could be dangerous sometimes, and then, Milwaukee, you can't count Giannis out, right now he's the best player in the playoffs right now as we speak. So you got to give him that props too. But 76ers in Miami, your thoughts on that series coming up?
First off, I would like to admit that I was wrong. I really did think that they were going to blow a 3-0 lead.
You and me both.
I thought, but they heard me talking. Rivers got out ahead of it. He had a press conference, made his comments. He had a point. I don't fully agree with him, but he had a point. And
still whiny.
He was, but he was like, listen, some of it was me. I don't think he realizes quite how much of it was him, but his team rallied behind him. He's a great motivator. And James Harden, 22 and 15, 7 to 12, Embiid 33. Thumb seems fine. Give credit where it's due. I was just personally rooting for them to blow a 3-0 lead because that would have been historic. And I wanted to predict it, but
yeah,
they won and they won by 35. So props to them. Miami 1 and 5
was tough. Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm gonna go with Miami in 7.
Miami in 7. Okay.
As long as they're healthy, because Lowry's a little banged up, Butler's a little banged up, PJ Tucker's gonna get banged up. He's PJ Tucker. You know what I mean? I love PJ Tucker. I'm just saying. They got a bunch of dogs on that team, man. Bam.
They do.
They are a tough team.
Strauss, they have, Martin, they have a lot of young cats that are, gonna go get that ball out of, double team and be like crazy, Everybody seems to make it kind of, work in the sense that, for example, when Harden is not moving around, when you have guys being stagnant and then B gets double team down low, sometimes the ball's always a turnover, sometimes he has bad turnover ratios. So I think they should just, step up a little bit. Harden should take, the ball a lot, Harden and Maxey, they should take control, more handle the ball more so they can give and beat the ball down low often as well. Because if you really think about it, Bam Adebayo it's not about to stop Joel Embiid. That's not gonna happen. He can contain him to about 30 points. Which is good, 30 for Embiid on a bad night. But my point here is I think the Sixers could take this one. I'm not scared of the Heat. The Sixers could take this one. I was scared of Sixers and 6. Sixers and 6.
All right.
6 and 6, buddy.
Yo, James Harden is a phenomenal passer.
Absolutely.
He needs to, but the defense does have to respect his ability to get to the rim at some point in this series because Miami is so good on defense. So he's going to have to be able to drive, put on, the quickness that he used to have before these injuries and age have kind of caught up with him. Maybe some of the strip clubs as well. But he really needs to show that and Maxey as well if he's going to step up and Embiid's health. I really think it's a great series. We'll see what what Rivers does because sometimes he has a tendency to have these hockey rotations. You got to stagger the guys. You got to keep Harden in there, and I don't know, man. I just have a feeling Heat in 7. I just think they got a little bit of a coaching and experience that the Sixers don't have. But I think it should be a great matchup. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think 6 and 6 because they're gonna steal game one or two, one of them, and then go back home and then find a way to kill two and get it done in six. I think it's very possible. I don't see that being to a bigger play for any of them boys to eat. But anyway, jump into the third series coming up. It's gonna be Warriors. They've secured a spot. Waiting for Memphis or Timberwolves as we speak. The series is 3-2 in favor of Memphis. Looking like it could go in anywhere next game, but I still think I'm tipping off Memphis, to go up, get it done next game. So I think Memphis still in 6, and Memphis is gonna go up against the Warriors as we speak. Personally.
Yeah, I think. First off, John Morant. He's unbelievably athletic, and he's really clutch. He has an ability to make shots in the clutch all year long. I remember he did it against the Suns. Did a ridiculous shot, made my boy look silly. Went right by him like he was a traffic cone. So you know what I'm saying. So it happens, man. Yeah. John Morant is the truth. Had that dunk as well, which kind of galvanized the crowd. But Minnesota plays hard. They take after their spiritual leader, Patrick Beverley. So, I'm going to pick Memphis in 6, but maybe 7 in that one. Now the Warriors, I think the Warriors the Warriors would take out the Timberwolves in 5. I think they will take out Memphis in, I'm going to go with 7. I think Memphis gives the Warriors problems because of their size and their youth, but I'm going to go Warriors in 7 over the Grizz.
Like I said, I'm not even going to count Timberwolves in. I hope this video doesn't come back and bite me. April 28th, I recorded this.
Karl-Anthony Towns, 3-point champ.
It's not happening. Carl is the reason why they're gonna lose this series. It's done. It's a wrap. They're gonna come back. Desmond Bain, Aaron Brooks. They're gonna come and get the job done.
Talking like that about my New Jersey brother.
But let me tell you something. When the next series comes, I personally think it'll go to game 7 as well because the Warriors, have a great offensive team. So do the Timberwolves. Ja becomes a little bit of a problem for Curry because of the rotation. Sometimes he has to guard him, and they using, they always picking on Curry. But again, it's also because, these guys have the youth and they match up very, very well, Game 7, it could be anybody's take. Memphis already beat Warriors last year out of the playing tournament. I think Taylor Jenkins is the best coach of the year, personally, if I'm picking. So again, I have a lot of hope in them to get the job done against Timberwolves and then possibly get the job done against Warriors. If the Warriors, if the game goes to 7, I think Memphis is taking it. I'm picking Memphis over Warriors.
Wow. I'll be rooting for that. But I just have a feeling we're in for a treat. I think we need to see Suns Warriors. I think that's something that if the sports gods don't make it happen, the NBA will make it happen.
That would be a good one, because I think if the Suns come out of that, which I didn't, it's tough, but anybody that comes out of that might lose to Memphis. If it's Memphis is gonna take it all. Memphis is gonna go to the final.
Memphis ain't making no finals.
Memphis is gonna make the finals and lose. That's it.
Okay.
Memphis is only. Their only problem is gonna be again the Suns. They might get away with the Dallas Mavericks because, like I said, the Suns defense, A1, top notch, their wings are so long. It's hard to, not think about that, personally. So I think if Memphis finds a way to beat the Warriors, they should hope Dallas makes it because it will be easier for them, but if it's Suns, then it's going to be a tough one. That's
like OKC in 2012 when they shot up there and made it, right? And then they lost to LeBron.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
you're
what's
thinking.
gonna happen. That's what I'm thinking. They have the youth, they have the firepower. I think they're gonna be one of the best teams, if not the best team in the West in the next 2 or 3 years, personally. But like I said, let's give it time. I think this is their time for their youth to, gain some confidence after beating Timberwolves tomorrow. This is what they're gonna need, personally, I think. Okay. Now
Let's
going to
go
the
Timberwolves.
last. Tims. Hey, Tims, I'm sorry. Carl, you're not my boy. But I'll tell you what, I love Anthony Edwards, and I
Oh yeah,
like Patrick Beverly's firepower sometimes. I do think
Anthony Edwards
sometimes.
really showing up, man.
Oh,
Clutch
Anthony
shot,
Edwards is that boy, you know what I
clutch
mean?
too.
Like, listen, that kid could do anything. He says throw golf, swimming, whatever. He's down. He couldn't do it, and I could see it in the playoffs too. But I think sometimes, D'Angelo Russell gets a little carried away. That's what, ruins their offense a little bit, some of the shots that he takes. But again, he's a great facilitator, so that's why they keep him in the game. But again, I don't think this is their year. They need to come back better. Carl Anthony Towns need to get a little bit tougher. He's tough. He's very talented. He's a great center. But again, his emotions, gets the best of him. He starts chanting, doing this and that, and then he ends up with 8 points. So that's not what we're looking to see in the playoffs. Playoffs is full of greatness. You can have a couple of bad games when it's consistent. It's time to go. Roll out. Let the big boys come in, You want to dance with the big boys. But anyway, let's talk about the Bucks and Celtics. I think this is the NBA Finals. The final before the final, Why? Because, like I said, Giannis is the best player currently in the playoffs right now. With, the likes of KD and LeBron being out. I think he's a better player than LeBron as we speak. But KD's still reigning best player in the league, and Giannis is behind him. But anyway, I think
KD hasn't reigned in years. What you talking about, Willis?
KD is the best player in the NBA. A healthy Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA. Okay,
That dude needs to hit the weight room like Giannis.
He needs to. If KD had the muscle mass that Giannis, got on him, he would be a problem, But maybe he wouldn't have that fluid shot that he has, and that's what sets him apart from everybody else, He can get the ball in the bucket, but the Celtics showed that they are clamping everybody, So with this series, personally, I do think the Celtics, like I said, the Celtics are the best team in the NBA as we speak. I'm scared of the Celtics. Like, I want the Bucks to win so that the Sixers can find a way to get by. Because if it's the Celtics, choo-choo train, anybody, the Heat and the Sixers will be done in 4-5. All right, 4-5, depending on how Celtics are feeling. But I think Celtics get this done in 7. Celtics in 7 against the Bucks.
This is an amazing matchup.
Yeah, not having Chris Middleton is going to be a problem.
Is he coming back at all? What's the timetable?
I think he's going to miss. It's a meniscus. I think MCL sprain, so I think he might be out at least 2 to 3 weeks. That's 2 to 3 weeks. It's already been a week or a week and a half, so I don't know. He's already gonna miss a lot. He might miss at least 6 games if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Celtics have the best team. Other than the Suns when they're completely rolling, which they're not right now because of Booker. But I think they will be. I do think Suns and Celtics would be an amazing series. I think those are the 2 best overall teams, but Giannis is the best player. So now you got best player against best team. What have we seen throughout the course of history? It goes either way. Usually the team. But sometimes the best player gets a shot in. And Giannis could end up scoring 35 to 40 a game in this series, because he has to, or are they going to shut him down and make him be a 28, 10 and 10 guy, or 28, 15 and 10?
I'd be surprised if Giannis has 3 games over 30 points because, I'm telling you that.
The referees give him a lot of calls though, bro.
The referees do give him a lot of calls, but they're going to pick him up early. You know, like that. Giannis has to come down and get the ball. That's gonna be the only time. And the moment he does, they're gonna be double teaming him right away. Bro, what they did to Kevin Durant is insane. Okay. I think the Nets also are lacking a lot of ball handlers. So it made it a little bit tough for Kevin Durant to get the ball. You know, sometimes they just make sure anybody but KD. And I think they can do the same thing to, the Bucks. If
I
it's
think the Nets weren't
anybody
that good.
as a team, yes, they were not that
And
good.
because Kyrie has his monster games and he has his games where he doesn't do much.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always he's a hit or miss defender. He has his moments where he's awesome, but in general, he's not a great defender. So I just think, and I love Kyrie's skill set. He's one of the most skilled players I've ever seen. But I just think that the Bucks are a little more battle tested than that particular Nets team. But I'm impressed the Celtics finished them off in a sweep. That's really impressive. So
again, like I said, they're the best team in the NBA.
I'm going Bucks in 7. I'm going Bucks in 7. But I would obviously it's 51-49% for me. I could see the Celtics winning in 6 easily. So
like I said,
tough.
Celtics are the best team. They're gonna find a way. If Giannis doesn't have a 30-point 15 game, they have no chance of making it to 7. It's gonna be 6. But I think Bucks will give him a fight. You know, Bucks have a great second unit, and that matters too. You know, so Bobby Portis is hitting his threes. Brook Lopez is hitting his threes. Middleton not being there is going to hurt him a lot. But again, Holiday, we both know he's a great defender, so he's gonna try to stick one of the Jaylen Brown or the kid that's giving everybody problems right now. God damn it, Jason Tatum. He could have been a 76er. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both could have been 76ers, but we chose Ben Simmons and Marcus Fultz. But anyway, we're not going to
Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. Shout out to him. He beat out the Warden, Mikal Bridges. Now, something I thought of the other day. You remember when Kevin Durant kind of felt like, hey, I beat LeBron James in the series 2 years in a row and I was the MVP. Why don't I get the respect as the best player in the league? Remember that? It kind of came out that he felt that way. Well, KD doesn't get to be best player in the league after Jason Tatum just whooped his ass for 4 games. Yeah, Tatum was on a better team, but Tatum was a better player than KD. So you can't have it both ways there, Kevin. I love you. You're one of the best 15, 20 players ever, but can't have it both ways. LeBron was better than you then, and you might be better than Tatum now, but Tatum outplayed you. So
Tatum did outplay him, but Tatum is not a better basketball player than Kevin Durant.
It's team context. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. But I do think that Kevin Durant's days and years, just like LeBron James, it's Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Luka Doncic, Trae Young, John Morant, Devin Booker.
Trae Young had a tough one though. Trae Young had a tough series.
Trae Young had a tough series, and guess what he did? He did acknowledge being, struggling. He did struggle. He had 8, 25, 24, 8 and 11. That's not good. It's not gonna cut it. But again, he did, recognize that, maybe how they're face guarding me now. I need to go back and, learn and this and that. He's young and he's still, acknowledging that, hey, I need to take some responsibility here and then, go back and get better. People like that, I do respect them. He came in and whooped the Sixers last year. So Trae Young will always have my respect. Okay. But personally, like I said, these guys are coming in and doing a great job. I think guys like KD, LeBron, they need to have better teams. They need to be in better teams. It's not about, it's not a one man's game in the NBA, NFL, you can have like a Patrick Mahomes, like a Russell Wilson, and maybe a good defense and things like that here and there. You can have the Josh Allens and the good, defense to help you a little bit. But sometimes you need more, you need more. Your second unit got to be good. That's why the Lakers, teams like the Lakers struggled, a team like the 76ers are going to struggle again against the Miami Heat because they have so many great rotation players, and they play their role very, very well. Jimmy Butler not being there. Look at how Victor Oladipo just went off. Being said, they might fit him in, as a starter or coming off the bench, 6 man, something like that. But, somebody like that, he just got his confidence up. Is going to be tough, Sixers, you hear the same names every day, A team like the Bucks, they spread it out a little bit, Minnesota, the reason why they're having this problem is because you hear the same names every day. It's a pattern. Teams that you hear the same names, they end up, sometimes struggling. Fred VanVleet, star in Toronto, having a bad game, hip hurts, They led the Sixers that are also struggling in a way, find a way to, steamroll them a little bit. But like I said, Miami's not going to beat the Sixers because of, Joel. But I think regardless, whoever wins that series, they just, waiting another week to go to Cancun, if you ask me. It's just 1 week wait. Because the Celtics or the Bucks would take care of business. They're a much better team and they're ready. I know Miami made it 2 years ago in the bubble, but this ain't a bubble, baby. This is a real one. This ain't no bubble. All right.
Yeah, I feel you. Who's in Cancun now?
So Cancun is full of the Knicks. The Knicks.
They're still down there? They've been down there for a month.
Yeah, the Knicks are down there. I heard they're gonna get own some properties down there because they take trips. They're early there.
I heard Frank Vogel just frequented. They just took a flight down there.
Oh, Frank Vogel and Bron James, they all been there.
Oh no, they went at different times though. Vogel went because LeBron just left, so they don't want to.
Oh, okay.
They're not really on speaking terms. They're not really friends.
Yeah. GM, I get it. But anyway, as we speak, it's gonna be an interesting, matchup. Again, I'm calling the East to take it home.
You have a team yet, or you're picking the Celtics?
Celtics. I'm picking the Celtics. I mean, I'd love to see the Sixers get up there, but I'm realistic. The Sixers are good. They're not great. The Celtics are playing great basketball right now, and you need to be great in the playoffs to, get to the finals and win it.
Bucks and Celtics, man. Bucks and Celtics is going to be an all-timer. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
So.
I'm excited for that game as well. So
all right.
Tomorrow, we'll see how that game is going to go between Memphis, and then that will carry on for the weekend to come.
Oh, and the last note, I'm going to game 1. Game 1, Suns and Mavs. I will be there live. Might hit you up from there.
All right, let me know. I'll be rooting for Mavs.
Hey,
let's
of
go,
course
Luka.
you are.
Let's go, Luka.
I'm gonna try to sneak a mic in the stadium. Start making some moves. See how that goes.
Guess what? You're gonna be more like bad juju. So go give him that bad juju. Luka needs that. Come on,
please.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of those, Mike.
Gonna be a classic. Gonna be an overtime game. Predicting it now. Overtime victory for the Suns.
If it's overtime in game 1, that game is going to 7. It's going to be an amazing series to watch. Yeah, overtime. Oh, I would like to see that. I wish every series won 7 games, as long as they have at least 2 superstars.
Yeah.
One here. But the Suns, Mavs happen to have a couple, so a couple more than most. So I think that series is going to be more fun to watch, seeing it go to 7. But I don't want to see the Memphis Timberwolves game go to 7,
let's get on with it already. Let's go.
I don't want to see the Sixers Miami game 7. Hey, 6s and 6. Let's go, baby.
All right.
But with that being said, I hope everyone has a wonderful night. This is Raw Sports Debate brought to you by Leslie and Michael Steven. Have a wonderful night.
Peace out.
Peace out, fellas.